Hey everybody, this is Matthew, and I'm really happy to bring you another special interview on the Scent podcast. Rizzle and I, we had the great opportunity to speak with both Leandro and Alegria, who are from some of the most exciting and, in my opinion, highest quality projects in the NFT space. They're both associated with CryptoMotors, PixelChain, Voxel Architects, and the Whale project. And we talked about all of those projects on this episode. So no need for a long introduction this week. If you're into NFT land, you're going to want to listen to this whole episode. It's really fun, and I really enjoyed recording it. So without further ado, please enjoy the conversation that Rizzle and I had with Leandro and Alegria from CryptoMotors, PixelChain, Voxel Architects, and the Whale project. Okay, we're live. This is Matthew, and I'm back with Rizzle for another special interview on the You Deserve a Drink podcast. Today, I'm really excited to speak with not one, but two folks behind 4 different freaking amazing projects in the NFT space. CryptoMotors, PixelChain, Voxel Architects, and the Whale project. I'm really excited to be speaking with Leandro and Alegria. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Thank you for having us. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
First time caller, long time listener.
Sweet. So before we dive into all the projects that you guys are involved in, I think it'd be cool for the listeners to listen to a little self-introduction from both of you. So whoever wants to go first, feel free to tell us who you are.
Sure. So my name is Leandro Belone. I am originally from Argentina, and I came around 6 years ago to live to Germany to do my career into car design and automotive 3D modeling. So I came to Germany especially to work for BMW, Rolls-Royce, all these brands. And that was my dream since many years, since I was studying industrial design in Argentina. So I had the opportunity. I came here. And I developed my career around car design. And in 2017, in the end of 2017, I got into NFTs. Like I saw CryptoKitties and the Decentraland, and I was really excited with all of this. Like I got super excited, and I decided not only to start buying NFTs, but to start my own project. So that was start. I built a team. Like I recruit the guys. Most of the guys are from Argentina, and other guys are from here, from Germany. Then we find an investor, and that's how we started with CryptoMotors. Yeah, I don't know if Alegria wants to introduce him. That's what.
That was a pretty good introduction. I will try to follow up. My name is Alegria. People call me that in real life also, so it's kind of like a nickname for my meta me and my IRL me. I don't have like a developing background, clearly. It's mostly I've been involved in the space since CryptoKitties and kind of grew up with it, right? Like just seeing everything in different projects. And I find myself more involved with them now, mostly like not advising, right? It's just kind of community management and helping get the word out about something that I'm interested in. So it's not necessarily like much of a job to me. It's just getting the word out about a project that I'm currently involved in, or have an active like mod role in a Discord. And now with the whole pandemic thing, I've just found myself with some more extra time versus like sitting around bored. I'd rather be interacting with this community that is very active now, because a lot of people are sitting at home, and it's just allowed me to meet so many great people. Like now talking to Rizzle, like and Matthew, like so just. it's just been kind of like a ride, right? So we'll save it, I guess, for when we talk about each individual project.
Yeah, I was just curious. I mean, obviously, CryptoMotors was sort of how you guys came onto the scene, but there's clearly been an evolution of these projects into like slightly related adjacent territory. And, you know, I'm someone who can identify with, you know, having their hand in multiple projects at the same time and sort of how like one thing leads to another. So I'm just sort of interested in your guys' like overall journey. Like, how did it evolve from CryptoMotors into these like massive in-world builds and PixelChain, and you know, just sort of the evolution of how you guys went from that jump off point to where you guys are now?
Yeah, so well, it all started with CryptoMotors. Basically, when I found the team, like when I recruit all the guys, like I got sure that to get really, really good people and people that I trusted from for many years. So we are all professional 3D modelers. We are as well, like we have like a team of like 3-4 developers. So we are capable of doing multiple things. And just for your information as well, we all have like day jobs as well. So we do all of this, and on top we do other things. So it's not only this what we are doing. So how it evolved from CryptoMotors to PixelChain. So basically, since day one, when we started to build the smart contracts, we thought about having everything on chain. But was not possible for cars. You know, we have 3D data. It's super heavy, so we couldn't do everything on chain. And at the same time, we want to have some things that we can change with the time and evolve, like adding the voxel models to the NFT. So it was not the best decision, but we still had that idea since day one. And we didn't think that people would like it anyway, like having everything on chain at that time. But then when we met all of you guys, like in Token Smart, we realized that, yeah, people was caring about that. So we decided to publish as well PixelChain that we had it developed already, but with a kind of not so cool user interface. So we published that during this time, and we decided to release it as well. And Voxel Architects started, let's say, we wanted to build something really cool in the space that Whaleshark provided us for crypto voxels. And that's how all started. And it's not actually a project from CryptoMotors. Voxel Architects is something that I'm doing in parallel as a kind of freelancer with another friend. So, but yeah. That's more or less the correlation between the things. And yeah, about the Whaleshark project, Alegria can talk about it. Because I'm not part of the project. I'm just looking from outside and having fun there.
I guess the way my role would tie into the evolution of all that, after he had found CryptoMotors, we had met and started talking on this app called Additional. It's basic. It was like you upload a picture and the service makes it an NFT for you. So it makes it super simple for anyone. That was like no charge to mint. So it was getting some traction, I guess, or not enough because they're no longer around. But we started talking on there. And I was like, yo, what are you working on? Because that looks cool. This thing called CryptoMotors. I'm like, what? I've never heard of that. And I am in every single Discord. I don't. So right away, I was like, oh, this is too good. Like, this needs, like, somebody needs to know about this. Not me, because I don't have the funds for it, but somebody needs to know about this. So, we started talking like how I can help him or how we can help each other, basically, because get the word out about a good product. Because, like, man, he got me when he showed me like this one 3D video of what the car actually represented with the detail, in full detail. I was like, whoa, nobody's doing nothing like this. So, we just piggybacked off that and until the PixelChain project started coming to life.
I'm like curious to know about your background in, I guess, I don't know if automotive design is like the proper terminology for it, but just curious to know like how much of that you incorporate into your designs with CryptoMotors? Or I apologize if this is like a really stupid question. Like, is this something with like, if someone with like an exceptional amount of Minecraft skills would be able to reconstruct with enough like effort, or is there like a lot of the actual automotive design background that you've accumulated that goes into these cars?
Actually, CryptoMotors, I think it cannot be pulled off without all the years that we have of experience in the industry. So, like, if you think about it, we take a long time to build each car. When we take our time, we care about quality. For us, it's really important to deliver great quality, you know. So the same quality we are offering to the big OEMs is the same stuff that we are adding to CryptoMotors. So first you have a loop of design, 1 or 2 loops of design, and then you start with the 3D modeling. That we don't do polygonal modeling, which is a bit more straightforward. We do surface modeling. That is what we use in the industry to create the quality surfaces for producing cars, basically. So what we do at CM is the same that we are offering for BMW, for example. So in the side of CryptoMotors, we are as well working for these companies. So, and I can guarantee that it's the same I do for them is the same I'm doing for CryptoMotors. The only difference is that we don't have an engineering package maybe, or we are not so strict with some physical limitations, but the quality is the same.
Yeah, that quality point to me is like the common thread that runs through all of the projects that both of you are involved in. They're just so well done, so well, like, deeply thought through. It's quite impressive. I mean, the first time I came across CryptoMotors, I was talking with No Shot, and he's a person who is obsessed with detail, as I'm sure both of you know. And he just couldn't stop raving about what you guys had been doing or are doing at CryptoMotors. And after he was telling me all that, I was like, okay, I need to take a look into this project. And then it seemed like you guys just popped up everywhere. Literally everywhere. In CryptoVoxels, I was running into you and the builds and stuff like that, striking a conversation there. And then PixelChain came out of nowhere, but that blew up, and that's been super fun to watch. And then the Whale project, I mean, there's social money, and then there's Whale. Like, Whale, I just think has taken it to a whole nother level. So that quality is just amazing. So with CryptoMotors, I think there's a lot to go into, but maybe just giving folks an update of like what the current state is, what to expect, and then we can go from there. It would be interesting.
Yeah, sure. So I have a list of things I can tell you. I have it here. So there are many things. So basically for CryptoMotors, we have our game developed. We are just running with some technical difficulties that doesn't let us launch the game. We have some problems with the server, but I think in the next weeks we will have an open alpha for the stats game. It's a very straightforward game. Like, you race your cars like with the stats, and we have like 8 players per racing, and you can collect experience points, and then like we have a leaderboard, and we will give some rewards for the alpha testers that are helping us to improve the mathematics behind the game. So that's what's coming next. We are also developing for that same game. We are doing some top-down view maps, like where you will see the actual cars, the simulation of the actual cars racing. Then we are in parallel, we are developing a Unity 3D racing game that you can find some links of a demo that we had. Like we have some videos in YouTube that I can show you later, and there are many things. So I keep reading. We have the last founder cars to be released, that are the golden cars and the silver edition cars. So these are gonna be the last founder cars to ever be released, and then we start with the production of Gen 0 and Gen 1 cars that are not founders. We are also developing 3 new cars that are coming from the second design challenge that we did with many designers from around the world. And we publish in Twitter, but maybe not many people is aware, but we are developing all the interiors for all the cars. So if you bought a car already, like the Gen 0, it's getting an upgrade. And we take like 2-3 months to develop each interior of each car with like top quality to be able to use in Summon Space or the Central Lands and race the car there. We have some super cool high resolution images that we just posted in Twitter like a couple of days ago. And yeah, that's what's happening in CM. It's many things. So yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm amazed that you guys have day jobs on top of it. I saw that Twitter post, and yeah, clearly you guys are focused on high quality stuff. Do the skills, we can obviously attest to the quality of your work. We're in your build every single week doing the WHIP meetups, either at the Token Smart Lounge or at the amphitheater that you guys designed for us. Do the skills translate in terms of when you're going from, these really high-end vehicle builds to these really high-end, structures? Like, did you have to bring in someone with like some sort of like architecture experience, or did you have enough to go on with your previous experience to be able to run with it? Because, for everything there is to be said about the cars that you guys have developed, people, like Matthew said, go berserk about your builds, just as much. So yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, so basically a car as well is like a architecture project, but more organic and with more limitations. Industrial design is coming from architecture, so the background is kind of the same. Once you learn design thinking and how a design project evolves and how you split the project, it all helps to develop any type of architecture or design project. And in the case of CryptoVoxels, our experience as a 3D modelers, like high-end surface modelers, like building in voxels is a much, how can I say, it has a different complexity, but it's more or less the same for us. It's like, we all the experience that we accumulate in all these years of work, like I'm working for more than 10 years in the automotive sector and product design, I can apply it, and we apply it for as well, like voxel buildings and so on. So yeah. I don't know if that answered the question, but yeah, all these years of experience, it helps tremendously at the moment of developing one of these projects. And I don't know if Jim show you the process, like the PDF that we share with him. What we usually do is like we have 1 or 2 days for design development. Like we create all the structure in magical boxes. We do mood boards. We do design reviews, and then the real project starts. And then we start building, and that's the execution part is 3D modeling basically, and texturing, 3D modeling, asset building. So yeah.
Are you currently in the middle of any builds, or are there any work in progress structures that you got going on?
We were designing like a punk rock store. I don't know if I can say the for whom it's gonna be, but yeah, it's basically a punk rock store with as well with a stage. We did a design loop already, so we are waiting for confirmation if we can start building, and then we may develop 2 other builds for Whaleshark. Yep. And also we are not only building for CryptoVoxels, we are also doing for Mozilla Hubs. I don't know if you have been using Mozilla Hubs in the past, but it's like this like similar graphics to the Decentraland, but it's like, I wouldn't say high poly, but it's like polygons, like proper polygon models, and it's not voxel basically. So you need to have another set of skills to develop into Mozilla apps. It's not like voxels. Yeah, you don't use magical voxel for that. Yeah.
I previously used to work for an engineering and construction firm. And after I left that to come into crypto, I never thought that I would come across like builders in the same capacity. But I mean, you and George, what you guys are doing, and Voxel Architects, and then the other just meta builders who are constructing things in crypto voxels and across the metaverse, it's like the same thing. It's crazy how similar they are. And I mean, with Voxel Architects in particular, I feel like your guys' particular aesthetic is skeuomorphic. I don't really recall seeing any other builds in CryptoVoxels, like even designing down to like the champagne bottles and like the fire extinguishers, exit signs. It's like hyper realistic, right? And I'm curious, like, how did you guys settle on that particular aesthetic as you're building things out?
I would say like George was working a lot in architectural projects as well. He played a lot of Minecraft, and we like real life objects like cars, you know. So when the first project we did in CryptoVoxels was the CryptoMotors showroom. That's how everything started. And we wanted to set up a proper showroom, like if we would have a showroom in real life, you know, our dream showroom with a design studio inside, with a garage. So we started a bit unrealistic, and then we say no, we go full detail because this is our showroom, you know. And I think that set up more or less our style. When we build our showroom, like we say we go full in, and we spend like 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks building that showroom, and like 2 guys working 3 weeks nonstop on that. And that's how we started, like with this style. Because there are different styles in CryptoVoxels, right? Like people can be like completely crazy, super surrealistic, or you can go like more real, like architecture. It takes a bit more time to like proper real stuff, because you need to do every detail to create this realism. But
and like tell folks like how long it takes you to do these builds. I know your CryptoMotors showroom took a couple weeks. I think that people see the detail, but they don't appreciate how long it takes to get to that. And then like, it'd be interesting to hear you guys' take on where you think like these meta designer, meta builder spaces are going. Obviously, you've set up the new dedicated account for what you're doing with the builds in the metaverse. But it would be interesting to hear from your guys' eyes, like the forecast of like how big you think this particular segment will get.
My forecast, I don't really know how big this will get, but I really believe that it will keep growing. Like, for example, the sandbox is still not like, we cannot still build for sandbox, but once that starts, like we will have a new market there, new opportunities. So more places to build. More people will champion for like getting like builders for the project. So I think the space will definitely grow, and for builders as well, not only for landowners or like game companies. It's also for the gamers, for the people who create the assets, and for the artists. So that's for sure. Like it's gonna grow, in my opinion. Yeah, and I don't remember the other question.
Well, if I can butt in, I think it's already you can see it taking off already. Well, first of all, there's already a wait list, and it's me. I need something built, and he won't. He won't build it for me. I've been asking him for a month. I'm like, just give me a chair, please. Like, can I have this chair in this place? Like, it's empty. So there is demand. It's out there. But you can already see, like with wearables, it's basically the same concept, and people really love them. So it's just like make this wearable building size, right? So the people are buying things that other people make. People without the time or without the skills, or they just, it's basically like you're commissioning an art piece from an artist, and to a degree. So as there's more worlds, more people that join them, less people that know how to build them. I think it's a good position to be in as a 3D modeler, right? Like I would definitely pay some money for a building. I'm trying to give it to him right now, but he won't take it.
Yeah. Like how many hours does it typical build take?
Yeah, well, it depends on the size of the parcel and the complexity on of the project. But let's say we usually take around 1 to 2 weeks of time, like 1 or 2 modelers, and it's a full-time job for George, for example. It can take a long time if the build is like super complex. If you see the 1BC gallery, those are like 4 parcels. It's a huge building that took I think 3 weeks all in all.
Yeah, and most of that cost would be just developer time, right? Like engineer time. So I mean, there's not like, we don't have to buy many bricks for them. So it's all engineer time.
So connect the dots for me, because I get the leap from like CryptoMotors to the Voxel architecture, but the PixelChain, and I'm a big fan of the PixelChain. I'm someone who grew up with like 8-bit video games and like I'm a big fan of pixel art and everything, but I'm trying to understand like the tie-in here. Was this just like you guys have done so much with like voxels that you wanted to like honor it in the form of this platform or something? Or like, I know you guys are part of like the on-chain gang type of philosophy and everything. So I know that's important to you guys, but like, why that? And is this just sort of like a side project that you guys thought was cool, or does it somehow tie into, is there like a connection to the rest of the stuff that I'm just oblivious to?
So PixelChain is not connected to Voxel Architects at all. Like Voxel Architects just like born as a fun project between George and me, and basically that's not connected. So voxels and pixels, they were not connected at all. How PixelChain born was, as I said before, like when we started CryptoMotors, we wanted everything on chain. Like we didn't have a word for like on chain. Like at that time, we were like just thinking like how we store everything in the NFT. But we didn't find a cool solution for the cars. But we found like the solution for this pixel, the 32 by 32 pixel artworks, and we had that developed for a long time. So it was there, and then when we started like this year, like we saw as well like James with like pushing a lot for the on-chain stuff, and we thought like, why don't we release PixelChain finally? Like we didn't even have a name for the project. It was just like some pixels on chain, and then we just mix it PixelChain. Yeah.
Dude, I really like art that, or like platforms that sort of requires you to create art within its confines. I almost feel like sometimes, given the ability to do almost whatever, that's like almost too much. And so when people are forced to create art within certain confines, it brings out like a different type of creativity in people. So I immediately thought that project was really cool right off the bat. Dude, Alegria, man, I'm curious to hear, like, from your perspective, dude, like you sort of have like an overview on like all this stuff right now. And I'm sure your day like varies wildly depending on what's going on. Like what's like the hottest shit right now, man, of like all this stuff? Is it Whale, or like what's the majority of your day spent like focused on? Or is it like a little bit of everything depending on what's going on?
It has to be a little bit of everything right now, because everything's changing so fast, and you can almost see the shift every single day, right? Like it's a different day, clearly, right? There's something new to talk about, or somebody's planning something. So it's definitely a little bit of everything. I wanted to say about PixelChain that people really feel strongly about that 8-bit art for the nostalgia, I guess. It's one of the biggest selling points for that kind of art. And it's crazy how valuable it is, because even with like 30 or 40 gas, people are minting brand new PixelChains. So there is a value there that isn't measured in, I guess, in money for some folks. And like you said, it's that challenge of doing something with such limited tools that when you finally finish, you don't even care that it's $5 to mint. You did something and you're proud of it, and you hit mint, like, because you love that piece. So it automatically adds a level of value that not a lot of other things have. And same thing when people are buying, and you trust that artist like spent some real time, because when you play with the editor, you're like, oh man, I could never do that, right? So you know what it takes to create that piece. So it's easy to translate the value to that. And with Whale, let me see. Right now, a big part of my day is trying to get people to come to the Discord to either perform something creative that they're doing, or something that they're launching, be it a new dApp or art or anything, or just to talk like we're doing here, right? Like, tell me what's going on. You're someone in the space that people want to hear about. So it's a little podcast within the Discord, but it's cool because it's so informal and like, when do you have time? All right. Well, we've got some people that would love to hear what you got to say. So let's go. So that's pretty cool.
Dude, when do I get on, man? Sorry, go ahead.
We'll have to trade places soon.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. And like, where do you see the future of Whale going? Obviously, it's really early days, and there's this interesting economy springing up with grantees that are using it for, like, in Rizzle, in my case, like recruiting people to come onto our project and contribute in like really meaningful ways. And in this early stage of what we're doing, like with the whip and Token Smart, being able to pay folks in Whale is like an actual draw for a lot of people and a good substitute until like more meaningful revenue comes through. And I see other projects using it in that way. And then I see like all these other examples that you gave, but like heading forward, like what is the big vision, or where is it going in your perspective?
Yeah, I would have to be in my perspective, because this is Whaleshark's baby. Like, I give it value in my own way, and what I would like to see it become. I mean, I would love to just see people transacting and just valuing other people's time. And if they can do it with that, like you said, like, I value your time. I don't know. I can't give you something that's like maybe interchangeable for like, $20 right now, but this is worth something to me, and it has potential to be something like worth even more later. So at least it's something, like, so just watching it grow. I mean, all I can do is bring people on and like talk and give it that value that this person is trading their time for maybe for tips, right? It's never just for tips, because we always work something out for the guests and stuff. But it is cool to see how, like, there's not much of a price because it's on Uniswap and there's like low liquidity, but how much in Whale was that guitar song worth to you at that moment? 5, 10? Like, it's fun to watch people value that in real time.
No, totally, man. I mean, it's an interesting experiment that you got going on there. And are you just sort of coming up with these ideas on the fly? Because I saw what you guys were doing with like some of the listening parties and everything, and I saw the music thing, and you guys got a very active Discord and are doing some really cool things that I have not necessarily seen before or seen in action in like such a flourishing community. Does Whaleshark just sort of like send these commands from like Whale Operating Center, or like are you just like coming up with this shit on the fly, or yeah, where are the concepts coming from?
Sort of on the fly, but mostly I think because of the success of the launch that people really enjoyed having that experience that we did on Discord, where they were able to listen and type and like kind of join into this like launch, right? So that was the cool thing. And I'm like a Discord maximalist. Like if you're like, please contact me like on Discord, like IRS, send me a DM, like just contact me on Discord. It's the best. So now that they're coming up with all these video features and expanding them, they started off with like 10 viewers, 25 viewers. Now the pandemic, like 50 viewers. So this is where our community is. This is where it lives. So it's much easier to show someone how to like jump on MetaMask if you share your screen right inside the Discord versus, all right, read this Medium post, figure it out and come back. Like it would take you 5 minutes to show them. So let's use these tools and like, don't be shy to talk. And like you see that people are more forced to now, but it's opened up a lot more discussion already, and with that comes new ideas, and you can see it happening because there's so much good work being done in all areas of the space.
Yeah, man, you're doing a great job. I mean, I feel like this is one of the challenges of being in this space, and for all of us, is being able to sort of like read the cards and adapt with what's going on, and just sort of work with what you got to come up with good ideas and maximize the community. And was very impressed, man, when I saw what you guys got going on over there, as someone who's all of us trying to move things in the same type of general direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, mad props.
I appreciate it. And someone told me that recently, and I'm like, dude, I'm literally, I mean, not literally, because it, as you know, it takes some time to put this together. But I'm just bigging you up, like you're the artist, you're the creative, you're the one with the spotlight on you. So I thank you for for coming to share with us, So it's definitely all about the artist, and I think Whaleshark has made that pretty clear. So that's the kind of mood that we want to have there. That it is all about the artist and the people that their work is actually the one backing the token. That's what's in the vault, and that's what gives the token its value at the end of the day. So it's only right that they get all the credit.
That's awesome. And I think what you're doing over there with Whale is just like a beautiful encapsulation, like Rizzle said, of the whole space. What's really adding value to it is highlighting the creators and constantly pushing forward with new, fun, thoughtful experiments to keep reinforcing that value and spreading the awareness. I think we could probably go on forever about everything. But as we round the corner into the last part, I know Rizzle always has his go-to question for the guests, if we want to segue into that.
The shakedown?
The shakedown. I know. It's like, listen, I'm the good cop. Here comes the bad cop.
Yeah, man. Let me see your form of identification in the form of NFTs. It is always a fun question, though, for real. Like, what do you got? What are you peeking at on the side, or what do you collect that's not, has nothing to do with what you guys professionally have your hands in?
First, so I have one CryptoPunk. And nice. Then once CryptoVoxels, I was really late with this. Like I was too busy building stuff. Then I have like a couple of avatars. I have like a couple of CryptoMotors. Let me see my wallet, because I have really bad memory with everything. Like you ask me questions.
His whole 10 NFTs, like he can't keep track of them.
Yeah, no. I have CryptoKitties as well. I bought a lot of chain faces. Like I was super excited with chain faces. and I went there right at the beginning and I bought everything. Like I mint. No, I didn't bought them. Like what happened with my connection? Oh wait. I have my mobile here. Let me enter to my Trust wallet. This is here.
Okay, so while you get your gallery going, I guess at the moment my guilty pleasure is Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, like I bought as well Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah.
So that's something that's like totally out of the norm for me because it's not on Ethereum blockchain. So it was a new experience. So I got to see really the pains of new users coming into this space because it all looks the same to them, Etherscan or whatever, it's like, oh, look at all this text. So Garbage Pail Kids is kind of like what I'm digging the most right now.
I opened my wallet. If you want, I can tell you more. Like crypto stamps, I just bought like 20 packages. These pre-issue tokens. Then I have I got some crypto odds, crypto kaiju. I have crypto kitties, crypto morph, crypto punks, of course, wearables, decentralized names, decentralized wearables, digital. That's a cool project from some friends. Additional, I have a couple ENS, artwork from Non-Origin. Artwork. I have many Metaglyph. And I started to become one of the whales of PixelChain. I love whale for sure. I have I don't know, around 30 or 20. I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoy collecting PixelChains right now. I don't know. I got super excited with the artwork from the guys, and I know how long it takes to create them and the pain that it is sometimes to find the right colors and everything. So yeah, I really appreciate the work from the guys. And Funballs. Yeah, I have more than I thought. I had some free time to collect as well. Yeah.
I love that hyper detailed response. It's very on brand of you.
Yes, it's like I'm just gonna tell you all of them.
Sorry.
Cool voice. Well, it was awesome to get the chance to speak with you. But before we sign off, let the folks know where they need to follow you at. We're going to leave, of course, the Discord link to Whale in the show notes. But let folks know your social handles and the sites that they need to be following you at.
Alegria knows all the links.
My personal one is at Dapstream on Twitter, and then PixelChain is PixelChain_Dap on Twitter. Like Matthew said, he'll leave the Discord link for Whale and PixelChain. PixelChain is currently shared with CryptoMotors, so get 2-in-1 with that one. For those of you that have 50 Discords, that's a plus.
Well, boys, it was a pleasure to finally get the chance to unpack and dig into all the projects that you guys are involved in and building out. I'm really stoked to continue to watch the progress unfold and the new projects that I'm sure will spring out of who knows where. But thank you all for your time to come on the show, and keep on building.
Thank you for having us.
See you, boys.
Bye.
There guys.
Hey everybody, it's Matthew again, and I really hope you enjoyed the conversation that Rizzle and I had with Leandro and Alegria. As always, if you're not subscribed to this podcast, make sure you subscribe wherever you listen, and recommend this episode to anyone whom you think would enjoy these sorts of special interviews with the creators and makers in the crypto and NFT spaces. So next week, Rizzle and I have an interview lined up with V from the Lendroid project, which is doing interesting things when it comes to leasing arrangements for NFTs. So look out for that sometime next week. And please enjoy your weekends. So until the next time we talk, sent on.
Podcast. Rizzle. Sent. Podcast. Scent Podcast. Scent Podcast. Scent Podcast. Scent Podcast. Scent Podcast.